Namaste, everyone. This is a pose breakdown for Ronnie from Wisconsin. Ronnie, why'd you ask for such a hard one? She asked for Astavakrasana. It's a crooked limb pose. And so 8-limb crooked, no, yes, 8-limb crooked limb pose. So I'm going to show you a couple of the preparatory poses that I chose to do before getting to 8 crooked limb pose. First one is Virabhadrasana 2. I'm not going to show both sides. I'm just going to kind of run through them fast. I figure if you're doing Astavakrasana, you're doing, most of these poses as well. Virabhadrasana 2. Why Virabhadrasana 2? To get this opening across the front of the pelvis and the inner thighs, and also to get some strength in the outer hips as well. The next pose is, I don't really know what the name of the pose is, so I'm just going to show it. It is a lunge, right, like a runner's lunge, but then I take the arm and bring it underneath the knee, and I work on taking that calf out of the way, get my shoulder underneath it, grab a hold of the ankle with both of the hands, bring the head down, and then perhaps take the knee up off the floor, bring the heel in, and keep myself moving into the pose. Wonderful, wonderful hip opener here. And I'm working on snugging that shoulder underneath my knee and keeping my knee right up against my shoulder. And then the next one I would do is Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide-legged standing forward bend. Get my hamstrings opened up for the legs in the pose and do some arm work as well. Feels good. And then I would do the Chaturanga Dandasana. I'm focusing on the hands pressing, keeping the shoulders square and the chest lifted. And then I would do Baddha Konasana first. And I think in this one I would work on stretching the inner thighs again. And I would either sit upright with leverage, or I would actually come down and start to move myself into the forward bend of this. And I'm focusing on just getting those hips to open up a little bit more. Then I would go to this sort of variation of like cradle the baby or pigeon pose seated. I don't know. Everybody calls it something different. Bring my arm underneath, my other arm here. I'm squaring the hips and I'm rocking my baby. I like to take it here. Get that whole hip area to open up and the glute to open up. And I lift the foot up a little and then draw the foot in toward my shoulder. Now I'm ready to go into that pose, I think. So I'm going to move that calf out of the way again. Take that shoulder right underneath the knee, and that's the key, gluing that shoulder. So the external glutes of this hip here have to pull in. Yeah, they pull out, it's no good. So this has to pull in, squeeze, put my hand down, and I take my other leg, lift it up, cross it, place my palms down like in the Chaturanga, lean my weight forward till I can get my hips to come up, then lean forward, and then here's the big thing, stretching those legs as straight as you possibly can, squaring the chest and the shoulders, and keeping the hips up off the floor. Oi, oi, oi. There's the pose. Good luck and have fun.